Crypto Takeover coming back with another daily Bitcoin analysis video for y'all this evening. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Bitcoin is currently in a little bit of a sell-off. What can we expect moving forward from here on out? We're going to dive on into the charts, take a look, see whether or not we can head even back up to maybe that 10K area, or if we are going to continue to kind of sell off here. So if that sounds interesting to y'all, go ahead and stick around. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're taking a look at our 15-minute time frame right now. Everyone, if y'all are unfamiliar with this channel or if y'all are just arriving here, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because I make a Bitcoin chart video every single day, and we use a few paid for indicators on this channel as well. So if y'all are wondering what the waves are, what is that? That is Market Cipher. We use the Market Cipher indicator. That is my go-to bread and butter of this of reading charts, really, and that is by CryptoFace. If y'all are interested, y'all can check some of the links in the description box and figure out how to get the Market Cipher indicator package. Then also, we recently just purchased the tone base sequential. So I am now starting to use that on the channel as well. I'd be interested to also see what Market God has to offer as well moving forward. So that's just something that maybe you can expect later on from this channel. But our go-to bread and butter, and who has really a great leader in the community, is also CryptoFace and Market Cipher. That's the go-to right now. So we're diving on into the 15-minute time frame. We can tell by our SR we are in currently of a little bit of a sell-off. The bears are in position to kind of make their moves on this market. We see our VWAP that's trending at about 9,300. We are currently retesting those 9K areas, a low 9,100 area. We dipped down all the way to 8,900. So when I zoom in here, I didn't realize that we had dipped down that low, to be honest. But as y'all can see, it does kind of look like we are wanting to move a little bit downwards right now. We had our big green dot here. Money flow is currently in the red, trending below some of our key EMAs here as well. Let's move on into our 30-minute time frame and see what we have here. 30-minute time frame, we can also see that still in a nice little waterfall sell-off. We are getting a buy signal here, but that may not mean much just because of our money flow and how much it's kind of moving to the downside right now. We're gonna have to, once we start to zoom out a little bit more, we can really determine whether or not we'll see lower numbers or if we will continue higher, and this could be a potential bottom, right? But here you can see our blue waves are getting a little bit bigger down at the bottom as well, putting in some of those big anchor waves. So we'll really want to start to see this kind of curve off to the other side before we can say that we bottomed out, right? Let's move on into our 45-minute time frame too. All right, a 45-minute time frame. We're going to turn off Cipher SR, kind of clear the screen up just a tad bit. Still getting, we had this nice selling pressure from our previous resistance as well. Putting in those blood diamonds, as y'all have seen on yesterday's video. A lot of blood diamonds started appearing on the charts on Cipher A, and that was a good indication that, hey, we're looking to maybe head a little bit lower. Just be cautious, and hopefully everyone was in preparation for that. I know that my trading group has been doing amazing on here lately, so I will show y'all some of the profit logs from some of our participants in there as well. But we have a trading group available. If y'all want to join, please sign up through the Patreon link. First link in the description box. I like to give my private analysis each and every single day after I'm done making the video, giving them a better idea of where the markets might be headed to, as well as you'll get the bot signals that I provide, which give you up to 3 trades a week. You take them at your own discretion though. They're basically just buy and sell signals. That's about it. Then also I have about 12 to 15 different Patreon private videos inside of the Patreon page, which I highly encourage y'all to check out. I basically teach y'all how to set up the charts, how I have them, if y'all are using some of the same indicators such as Market Cipher. And then also I provide different chart analysis on the S&P 500, gold and silver, some different altcoins. And I'll tell you about 2 different altcoins that I'm in heavy accumulation of right now, and how they're really going to do well probably in the future. One of them is actually up over 60% right now. So we're kind of waiting right now just to see what the rest of the market wants to do. And then maybe You know, if you have a non-leveraged position, then you can kind of buy and sell off of that too as well. Let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame, see what we got going on here. But we can start to see, even as we move into our 1 hour time frame, and then also our 90-minute time frame, we are still starting to get somewhat of you know, money flows kind of moving into that reddish area, putting in some trigger waves down here to send us even lower. Let's get our 90-minute time frame now. Starting to see these death crosses happen, and we haven't had an anticipated death cross in a while, ever since our big 8,800 sell-off. I believe we went all the way down to about that 8,100, so that was an even more substantial sell-off. We're really looking at this next trend line structure support at about 8,400. That's ever since we bottomed out at 3,800. We've been creating this trend line support here for us. As well as we start to zoom out, we can take a look at it a little bit more. Blood diamonds, you know, obviously signaled a nice little selling pressure for us, and now we're starting to actually see it play out. Money flow also now moving into the red on the 90-minute time frame. That was kind of long awaited for the most time, but we can see that money flow has been kind of just trickling off here the past couple of days too as well. Let's move on into our 2 hour time frame. 2 hour time frame giving us that nice sell signal there on that big dump, and then now we're starting to anticipate that further downside, a little bit more of a slow bleed than what we had here, back down to 8,800. This was a huge candle wick all the way down to 8,800. A lot of whales, I'm sure, had sell signal or sell orders in that area. Now we're starting to see a little bit more of a slow bleed, and this is actually something that I told my group a couple of days ahead ago. I said, hey, this dump that might happen might not be as quick as we would like for it to be, but we can definitely anticipate it to happen. It might be a little bit slower than normal, and so we just kind of went with the flow on that. But guys, as y'all can see, two of my members, one's up 146%, the other one is up 95% in their current trade. So obviously, you know, we're definitely calling these tops and bottoms pretty well, and I'm super stoked about it. We caught a trade going up to 10K. You know, when this channel first got started too, it was right before that, you know, I guess before the channel got to a good number of subscribers. I had also called the dump down to that 3,800 area. We caught the short on that, and super excited about that. So definitely feels like, you know, we need to be a little bit cautious here. It's not a big sell-off, but it is starting to waterfall down. It may be a little bit more of a slow bleed out, but we'll have to kind of wait to see, do our daily analysis on the charts here on the channel, and then go from there. So we're looking at our 2 hour time frame. Let's move on into our 3 hour time frame. 3 hour time frame giving us that blood diamond, also anticipating a little bit of a bearish cross here to happen as well. Money flow starting to move into that reddish territory. As you can see, again, we had that little pop up when we did turn red, and then now we're starting to move back into that reddish money flow once again. So we can probably anticipate a big green dot down here. I'm going to say that we'll probably have to come down and retest this trend line support at about that 8,400 area. So that's maybe a next target for us to look for, but we could have some consolidation out to the side, and maybe even a push back up to the top side before we continue to try and make this 8,400 support touch again. Moving on into our 4 hour. So money flow not even moving into the red just yet. Starting to trickle off just a tad bit more, maybe anticipating another bearish cross to happen there on our 4 hour. Also getting those nice blood diamonds all the way up until our 4 hour too. Guys, if y'all are also interested, I do have the YouTube membership page that y'all can sign up for. Basically, you can pick a chart that you want me to review using my paid for indicators, and then I'll be happy to give you an analysis on that chart, altcoin, or whether it's S&P 500 or gold and silver, you know, anything that is basically on TradingView. I don't mind going over it for you. So if you want to get signed up for it, join the YouTube membership page. It is a little bit cheaper than the Patreon page itself. So you can also, this is another option for you to check out, and I'd be happy to help assist you. And then we have the newsletter that I send out periodically. Guys, if y'all haven't been sharing this video, if y'all haven't smash the thumbs up button, if y'all haven't said something down in the comments below, say something down in the comments below. Let me know that you want me to grow this channel. I'm doing a $100 giveaway at 3,000 subs. So that next $100 giveaway is at 3,000 subs. And in order to qualify for it, you need to be signed up for the newsletter. But also we need the channel to grow a little bit faster. And the best way to do that is by hitting the thumbs up button or commenting down below. If you want to just comment down below 3,000 subs, I would highly appreciate it. And I look forward to responding back to your comments there and maybe having a little bit of a conversation with you. You know, let me know what y'all think about these. You know, I know someone had commented about Market God as well too, but you know, it might be something that I might put on later in the future here on the channel. But I definitely love using the indicators I'm using now, especially Market Cipher for sure. So go ahead, get signed up for the newsletter so that way you can qualify for the $100 giveaway at 3,000 subs when that time comes. Then also the Discord server is free to join if you would like to join it. There's links in the description box. When you click that link, it'll be brought to a welcome page. When you join, you want to read through the community rules and guidelines on the welcome page and then click the little green checkbox to have access to the Discord server. Now the private VIP section of that Discord server obviously is only for paid members, and in order to get access to that private category on the Discord server, you will have to sign up through Patreon. So but come in there, join us in the Discord server. Feel free to ask questions. Yeah, come check it out. Come hang with us a little bit. And then also, oh, I think I forgot about the Telegram group. I think I've exited out of that tab, but the Telegram channel is available. I'll do updates in there as well. Things that I'm seeing on the charts and news articles, I'll like to post in the Telegram channel. So join the Telegram channel and stay up to date with what we have going on Crypto Takeover. Let's go back into the charts real quick. We're looking at our 4-hour here. Money flow still kind of rounding off just a tad bit, but doesn't mean we can't get another nice little pump to the top side. If we start to see this money flow move into the red, then we can anticipate probably some more consolidation out to the side, or maybe a little bit more of a sell-off to occur too as well. Let's move on into our 6-hour. 6-hour, getting that nice sell signal there too as well. Money flow starting to move off, and this was one that we were kind of waiting for the longest time. We started to front run this just a tad bit too early. I think we started front running it right about here, and we still had some nice moves to the upside. And I think you know, obviously you want to put your stops right above the trend line structure resistance, you know, but sometimes you can still get stopped out on some of these exchanges. But we were anticipating this because we saw the money flow start to round off just a tad bit on our 6-hour. Our anchor and trigger waves were starting to put in lower highs as well. But you can still have those pumps up to the top side and even put in somewhat of a divergence, you know. And so now we're seeing that bearish divergence kind of playing out just a tad bit now. And as this money flow starts to round off and our trigger waves and our anchor waves start to move down to this bottom side, then we'll probably anticipate maybe further sideways consolidation, maybe out to the end of this triangle, and maybe retest this trend line structure support as well in that 8K area. So that's a firm possibility. We were kind of anticipating the 6-hour to kind of make a move like that, and it looks like it's kind of working out for us right now. Let's move it on into our 8-hour. 8-hour time frame. Also, we can kind of see here our money flow still kind of trickling off just a tad bit. I'm even zooming out on the 8-hour. It's very interesting how thin our money flow was here, looking like it wanted to turn red, and then our bulls just came out of nowhere and put in this nice big green money flow wave for us too. We're still currently, our blue wave's starting to sell off just a tad bit more. We probably want to see this come back down, put in a small green dot, maybe giving us another trigger wave on the bottom side, and then maybe money flow following along with that too. Looks like we are finding a little bit of support at that 9K area, but with you know, with our directional waves kind of still heading to that downwards momentum, we can definitely anticipate something else. Oh, and you know, using the TD sequential, this is a good indicator for at least calling, you know, tops or bottoms and stuff like that. But we are currently in mostly a bearish count. As we start to move into some of our higher time frames, you can still see that we are getting somewhat of a bearish count as of right now. We probably want to anticipate these candles end up turning into a 9, an 8, or a 9 to possibly indicate a potential bottom. So right now on our 8 hour, we're sitting at a 5. Let's move on into our 12 hour, see what's happening here. 12 hour as well. Blue wave starting to trigger down just a tad bit. Starting to see our bearish count here also on our 12 hour as well moving forward. Everyone, if y'all are interested in upgrading to a paid for TradingView plan, use the link in the description box. That's the next best way to help support the channel. If you haven't already liked the thumb or smash the thumbs up button on the video, you can also help support the channel with some of the links in the description box. I use the premium plan. I used to use the Pro Plus plan. I would suggest if you are using Market Cipher or any other indicators that you'd probably at least want to have the Pro Plus plan. It allows you to have a few more indicators on the screen as well. So you can always upgrade if you'd like to. I am able to at least have the buy and sell signals and my Aldo EMAs on the screen as well, which are both custom signals that I teach you how to set up inside of the Patreon page. Basically, the Aldo EMAs is an all-in-one EMA indicator that you can create yourself, and I give you the code on how it's created inside of the Patreon page as well. And then also the buy and sell signals are also custom parameters that I teach you how to set up inside of the Patreon page. So make sure that you watch through all the videos if you do decide to join us in that private group moving forward. So let's move on into our 12 hours, see what's or 21 hours, see what's happening here too. 21 hour, not much happening. Money flow still pretty consistent. We are starting to see that blue trigger wave start to sell off just a tad bit, getting a nice little bearish count there to get started. Our 1 day, no sign of a sell signal. So I find this very interesting that we have not signaled a sell signal just yet. In our indicators, the buy and sell signal is actually a free signal. That's why I'm really interested in maybe getting Market God on the channel for a better buy and sell signal. But we'll have to maybe wait a little bit, and maybe I'll end up bringing that on the channel a little bit later on. But the sell signal that I have, buy and sell signal, is not always 100% accurate, although we do our own analysis on the side of that, and we don't just go by one indicator, right? We look at all the data combined together and then make a decision on what our probability of going up or down is, right? Starting to get our first bearish count on the 1 day as well. From here on, making our way below our key EMA here. Our next EMA is sitting at about the 8100 area. I would definitely feel that we need to find support on this trend line structure if we are to break a little bit lower at about that low 8K area, if anything, and hold that for these bulls to maybe have another chance back to the upside too. Let's move on into our 2 days, see what's happening here. And so this was also very telling for me, at least too, is that we started to have some of these sell signals here on our higher time frame. So our 2 day already had a sell signal. We pumped up just a tad bit. Now we are starting to see that digest downward a little bit more. We do have our first count of an aggressive 13 moving us possibly down just a tad bit. I'd really want to see a 9 up here. It looks like we had the 9 here, and then it took a little bit longer to get the 1 in aggressive 13 down to the bottom side. So we lost our bearish count, but that doesn't mean we can't gain back our bearish count here in a little bit. And then also we can start to see our blue wave is also giving us our red dot and has not given us a green dot since then either. Money flow is still kind of trending out to the side, maybe in an accumulation type status. If we start to see that money start to round off towards the bottom side, then we need to maybe be a little bit worried. Our 3 days looking good, but obviously, as y'all can see here, that I got notified yesterday, we did have a sell signal here on our 3 day moving forward too. So we need to take extra precaution. We had this is a non-perfect 9 right here, maybe signifying a potential top. No sign of a bearish count just yet. It looks like it started another bullish count, but this could also end up being our next candle could end up being a red 1 or something like that too. Usually we want to wait till we have the third or fourth count to indicate a clear direction change, right? And then also on our blue waves, we're also getting that red dot down there as well. No sign of a green dot just yet. Money flow still moving pretty nicely to the upside here, but maybe just putting in a lower high than where we were at with our recent run-ups or anything like that. If this starts to sell off a little bit, yeah, we need to definitely anticipate some more movement to the downside. It may not be as big as we want it, as this past 3,800 dump was, but we could definitely come back down, retest maybe mid-structure, in about that 7K area. That's a firm possibility too, if we start to see more of that blue wave start to head to the downside. Let's go back here. Guys, if y'all want to check out 3 commas, 3 commas allows you to make trading bots to use on your leverage platforms or exchanges. I like to use them. It definitely is an easy way to get in and out of the markets, especially sometimes if these exchanges get bogged down and they start to act kind of slow too. So feel free to check them out if you're interested. Links in the description box. And then also, if y'all don't have a cold storage device, I would at least recommend grabbing a Ledger Nano X or S. Usually Ledger has specials that they're running a lot of the time, so y'all can go to the website, check it out, use the link in the description box, help support the channel, get you some cold storage. You can see here, we use Bybit for the most part, trading with my group. I think most of us either use Bybit, Binance, or I think there's one guy in there that uses Kraken as well too. But if y'all are brand new to leverage trading or just trading in general, when you do get signed up with the referral link down in the description box, make sure that you access the testnet first. And the way to do that is to get signed up, then ask chat support how to access the testnet. It's like a 2-step process. They'll step you through it, and boom, you're there. And then you can fake trade BTC. So you can use fake BTC to basically trade or paper trade. Make sure that you're a profitable trader. Make sure that you understand the platforms, what all the buttons do on the Bybit platform as well. So I really like that Bybit integrates that testnet in there for you too, so that way you can practice your trading. So definitely do that before you deposit your real BTC onto the exchange. Then Prime XBT is another leverage trading platform that you can check out. It allows you to trade the S&P 500, gold and silver, different fiat currencies, all using Bitcoin. So feel free to check out. It's pretty interesting. And then also the Brave browser is a super lightweight browser that y'all can use as well. It's definitely a compact browser. It's basically a full ad-free browsing experience. You can opt into ads and make the ads show up. I did click an ad earlier in the video down here as well, which will then pay me out in BAT token at the beginning of each month. So you just set up your wallet up here, and once you set up your wallet, then you'll get paid out in BAT token at the beginning of each month, depending on how many ads you've clicked in the bottom right-hand corner. Or you can completely opt out of it and just have ad-free browsing experience altogether if y'all are interested. So it is another way to earn passive income inside of the crypto space. And then CryptoTab browser is basically a mining browser that allows you to mine Bitcoin, just having it running in the background. So I have CryptoTab browser running on 2 different laptops that I don't really use anymore. It just runs in the background and it mines Bitcoin for me. It's not going to get you, $100 in a month, but obviously, like, if we're all very aware of where this space is headed to if you are on this channel. I would hope that you are, in this for the long term. And this could add up later on too. So if y'all want to start making passive income or making passive BTC, check out CryptoTab browser and go ahead and get started mining BTC passively for yourself. And also check me out on Instagram and Twitter if y'all are interested. Don't forget to join us in the Patreon page. I highly recommend it. Sometimes I'll do sales every once in a while, but as of right now, if you do want to get in there with us, you can feel free to sign up. Message me if you have any questions at all. We're still looking at our 3-day here. We're going to jump back into the charts just to finish this out really quick. Let's go on into our 4-day time frame. 4-day time frame, we're getting that still a bullish count here on our 6, but our candle body close is closing below our 5. So that is also another bearish indication that this bullish count is kind of running out of steam right now too. We can also see that our 4-day hasn't quite given us a red dot just yet, but it does look like it will be very soon, giving us a red dot, putting in somewhat of a lower high here. We had this green move back up, and now we're starting to maybe anticipate a little bit more green side structure. If we do have a red dot that sends us down a little bit lower, like I said, we could come back to this mid trend line support area. But first, we're going to definitely probably need to retest this trend line support at about that 8,200 area moving forward from there. Let's move on into our 5-day real quick and see what's going on. 5-day has been one that has been on my radar. The 5-day chart has been something that I definitely anticipated to work out for us moving forward. No sign of a red dot just yet, but let's go on into our weekly time frame here, our 6-day. 6-day also giving us a little bit of a rounded money flow, and this is just something that I find very interesting, that our 6-day compared to our weekly, just on the waves themselves, they look just a tad bit different. Our money flow is still pretty steadily here, but that doesn't mean we couldn't start moving down to the bottom with our money flow there too, especially if we top out here. But things are starting to get really tight here, and it's making it almost a little bit easier to trade just because our blue waves are getting a little bit tighter here, starting to not give us as high of highs, smaller highs and smaller lows. They're going to have to consolidate out till maybe about the end of the year, and then once our blue waves start to consolidate out towards the fall, I would say probably towards the fall or towards the end of the year, then we'll have probably a big break to one direction or the other. So that's kind of what I'm anticipating for the longer term of this year moving forward. Just kind of wanted to peek at our 2-week too and see what that's kind of telling us. Money flow is still kind of trickling off here on our 2-week as well. But as you can see, we're starting to get pretty tight here on our blue waves, and the tighter that those get, the bigger of a move in one direction or the other it will make. So we're probably going to have to trend out sideways, maybe be in some choppy waters for the rest of this year, just over the unsure aspect of social dynamics basically, and you know, everything in the economy right now. But we're doing what we can, and so far we are doing great in the trading group channel, so feel free to join us in there. Also check out the links in the description box if you want to help support the channel. If you haven't liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button, help us grow. We want to get to that 3,000 subs so that way we can do the $100 giveaway, and in order to qualify for that giveaway you need to be signed up for the newsletter. I believe it's the second link in the description box. Y'all can find that. And go ahead and share this video. Comment down below. Tell me 3,000 subs. Comment Market Cipher. Comment Market God. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what your favorite indicator is to use or something like that. I'd highly appreciate it. And then with that being said, y'all, thanks for coming back to the video. I'll see you on the next one. This is CTO, and I'm signing out.